Oh my goodness. Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited. I finally have my laptop back so I can actually start doing live streams. So that's a relief. It only took Asus 3000 years to repair my laptop, but you know what? I'm not going to gripe too much. At least I got it back. I did have a slight concern that I wasn't even going to get it back at one point. So so yeah, I got it back and that makes me very happy. Um, but yeah, hi everybody. I missed doing live streams. Tiffany's here, Tiffany Gray, and Akane is here. Hello, my friends. It's good to see you. For some reason, on my end, it's not showing me who is like how many people are live, so that's fun. Don't know why it's doing that. Let's see. Nope, it's not showing. Hmm. Oh well. Well, I'm guessing that it's working. Is it working, everyone? Hopefully. Okay. Ken. Okay. I knew it started with a K. I could not remember what the whole name was. So, Ken, it's good to see you. All right. So, this is probably going to be a longer live stream tonight because I actually have a lot to talk about since it's been, quite a long time since I have spoken with you all on a like face-to-face level like this. Face-to-face level. Hello, RP. It's good to see you. We have a few people on now. Okay, good. We are making some progress. Okay, so all right, so I got my computer back. That is probably one of the first forms of relief that I've had lately because I can tell you what, I have two computers. I have one for work and I have one for leisure, and I consider YouTube leisure. And unfortunately, I I may have mentioned this in a prior video, I can't remember. But I had a cat leap off from my laptop and break the laptop screen. So, of course, I had to turn it in to get fixed. And my laptop, my personal one, is an Asus brand. I love Asus normally, but they put me through so many hoops regarding the repair of my computer because it was covered under an accident protection plan. It was just a nightmare. It was supposed to be repaired in 7 to 10 days, and I literally just got it back probably like, 4 days ago. So keep in mind that it was sent in January 28th, and I got it 4 days ago. So I was quite pissy about that. So yeah, that was fun. Uh, Tiffany, are you kidding me right meow? I like some good old puns. Okay, um, so I've been trying to be a little bit more active on YouTube over the past week or so. I posted two videos, one about Gaga, one about Adam Lambert. Of course, my dearest and favorite celebrities right now are being successful and releasing new music or winning awards. So I'm, of course, super excited about that type of stuff. And I'm especially amazed at the fact that my Adam Lambert video just got over 1,000 views. It's been a long while since I've had a video get over 1,000 views, so that was very nice. Thank you all for watching it and liking it. And to those of you who are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. I appreciate you being here, and thank you for taking the time to listen to me yammer on or cry or rant about things. It's always really nice. Um, oh my God, Cindy's here. Hello, sweetheart. I just watched your latest video. In fact, I was planning on doing a video reaction to it in a couple days, so that's going to happen. Um, but yeah, I'm really happy to see all of my dear YouTube friends here. It's good to see you. So yes, I got back from my New York trip on Monday. I was sent to New York by my school. I was presenting at a conference, which was super exciting. Obviously, the conference had nothing to do with YouTube. It was strictly an education conference, so that was fun. I haven't been to New York since 2006, so it's been like, what, 14, 15 years since I've been there. And when I went there, it was for high school band. So it was really interesting going by myself and traveling to New York by myself. I've traveled by myself before, but it was very surreal and kind of terrifying traveling to a city that large alone, because I'm not used to it. If you know me in person, you know that I'm very much a homebody. I like to be in my local immediate area. I'm not a big city person at all whatsoever, but I will say that going to New York helped boost my confidence a lot with regard to city travel. I feel like I could do it again and probably not have as much anxiety. Of course, I didn't drive, I flew. I could not drive in New York. I would probably cry. I have a lot of really bad driving anxiety. So Uber drivers were my best friend. My best friend there. And Ken, sorry, I keep wanting to call you by your username. Thank you. I'm glad that you think my hair looks nice today. It's actually doing what I want it to do, which is a monumental occasion. So Tiffany asks, did you try the New York pizza? I did not. I did try um, a lot of Italian food though. Uh, so actually that kind of brings me to my next topic of conversation. Um, my last day in New York, I was only there for like 2.5 days. My last day there, I had the opportunity to um, go to Lady Gaga's family restaurant called Joanne Trattoria. So obviously the restaurant is named after her aunt that passed away from lupus. I believe it was in the 70s. But there, she helped her family open this restaurant, and it was, oh my God. So I originally wasn't going to do it, but it was like 11 a.m. and they had just opened, and I was like, you know what, damn it, before I go to the airport, I need to go and experience this one thing that I've wanted to experience. So I go there and I go inside and you guys know how much I love her, right? Well, you probably would have laughed at me because I nearly started crying. I was just like, in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, Gaga's been in this building before, and I'm in her presence psychically. Um, so the waiter was really nice. He seated me. I had like this spaghetti dish. It was called like the Joanne pasta. I believe Joanne pasta and meatball. It was delicious. Oh my God, the sauce was to die for. And it was really quiet in there because it had just opened and people don't usually come in until afternoon. So I was in the restaurant by myself, just looking around and taking in the moment. But my waiter came back and I was like, I need to ask him a couple questions because if he works here, I'm wondering if he's met my goddess, right? So I asked him and I'm like, so have you met Lady Gaga? Like, and he was like, oh my God, yeah, I've met her twice. She's really down to earth and sweet. And of course I'm literally like gripping my table. I'm just like, tell me everything. And he I tried calming myself like you do, but I was of course super jubilant about it. But apparently he told me that a lot of Gaga fans call and like want to speak with her, thinking that she works there when she doesn't. But anyway, I was only there for like an hour and a half. I had my lunch. I had a cocktail called the Lavender Blonde, which was really good. Um, and I ended up leaving, and it was a wonderful experience. If you want to see any pictures from it, if you check out my Instagram, you should be able to see pictures. At least I have one picture up there, I think. I might be posting some other ones. So, let's see. Cindy, I was actually, since I was looking at a lot of the big buildings, I did not notice any gargoyles, but I'm wondering if I would have noticed more if they were like more religious like type of buildings, because I know that gargoyles are often associated with, like repelling evil. Ken, I live in Michigan. He just asked what state I live in. I live in Michigan. Sorry, I keep like moving my hair. It keeps driving me crazy. So yeah, that was my New York trip. That was my experience going to Joanne Trattoria. Of course, in my mind, I had this unrealistic expectation where I was like, What if Gaga walks in here? What if she walks through that door and we cross paths? Like for a moment I was like, okay, I'd probably start twitching and, flailing on the floor, or I'd start sobbing, or I would be stoic and just talk to her. It's interesting because I've met celebrities before. Like I've met Adam Lambert, I've met Mary Lambert, I met Mike Shinoda, blah, so on and so forth. I met Evanescence, can't forget Evanescence, Megumi Odaka, okay, Nichelle Nichols. I could go on and on about some of the ones that I've met. And I've always managed to maintain some modicum of composure, meaning I would treat them like human beings. So if I were to ever meet her, it would be my goal to, I don't know, definitely want to treat Gaga like she's a human being. So, wow, we just had like 8 people watching a minute ago. I'm kind of impressed, especially considering I have not done live streams in a million years. That's nice. Makes me happy. All right, so yeah, that was my experience in New York. It was really wonderful. I did have fun, even though it was very fleeting and I was super exhausted. Now get this, when I got home, my flight was delayed twice to New York and from New York. And when I got home to Michigan at like 11:30 p.m., or was it like, no, it was 10:30 p.m. I had to drive through like a blizzard to get home. So that was pretty great. Yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed that experience. Not. Tell you what, I'm really getting tired of all this winter weather. It's beginning to get quite obnoxious. I think we have like over a foot of snow here. Actually, I think we have probably close to 14 or 15 inches of snow. I have not seen that much snow since I was a kid. So this winter is definitely a pretty interesting winter. So, yeah, I missed you guys a lot. How have you all been doing? As I keep talking, answer that question in the comment section so I can read how you are all doing. If you follow me on other social media platforms, like say mostly Facebook or Instagram, you probably noted that at the end of um, 2016, wow, 2018, I started in a relationship with an individual. He's really great. Um, I'm very happy right now. He treats me so unbelievably well. And I'll probably do more videos about it in the future. But I was getting to a point at the end of 2018, because 2018 was a very difficult year with regard to disappointments in the realm of the love life. But toward the end, I was proven wrong. People always say you find love when you least expect it, and that kind of happened to me, and I'm still kind of processing how amazing it is and how much it makes me feel more wholesome. So it's really wonderful. I'm actually going to be doing a YouTube video very soon. It's not going to be as positive as what I was just making it sound, but I'm very intrigued by how being happy has affected other people in my life, and I really wanted to talk about that because I've talked in the past about how being depressed and stuff can affect other people, but being happy can also affect other people, and sometimes those people react negatively, and I'm going to talk about that probably toward the end of the week in a video, because I have a couple of videos planned. So that's going to be something to hopefully look forward to. And I'm still kind of fleshing out my thoughts about that, and hopefully hopefully it makes sense. So let's see what you guys have been saying with regard to how you've been doing. Harvey's been doing well. Tiffany's writing a song about suicide prevention. I'm excited and I look forward to it. Let's see. Ken says that it's 80 degrees in Hawaii. I'm super jealous about that. Like, mega jealous. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate you saying that. She says that she hopes and prays that it'll keep going well for me. And I hope so too. I have a very good feeling about this one. He seems pretty awesome. So, my friend Ari is here. Oh my God, hello. Oh, her YouTube is Strange Nothings. Go check out her YouTube. It's amazing. You've been painting. I did see one of your latest videos talking about painting. That is totally awesome. I really admire and respect people who can just sit down and paint something, because for some reason when it comes to forms of art like drawing or painting, I have very little patience. I think a lot of my problem with those art forms is I have a difficult time visualizing the end product, so I have a difficult time going from point A to point B to point C, if that makes sense. Writing doesn't always apply by that point A, point B, point C visualization in my mind. So that's why I think that's easier for me. So, but that's cool. Ken says he's taking guitar lessons, going to the gym, working. I tell you what, I need to start going to the gym again, and I'm planning on it. I've been really bad the last few months. In fact, my boyfriend and I ate a punchki for breakfast, and it was so delicious, but I really felt naughty afterward. Let's see. Ari just got back from a date. How did your date go? I hope it went well. Cindy's iPad is being a pain in the ass. It's okay, honey. So while you guys are still chatting, I'm going to keep talking about the different things that I want to talk about. So I've had a few people asking me, because I know I've been really bad with uploading lately. I've been uploading maybe 2-3 videos a month, and that's a good month. And the truth is, I've been not having a computer really messed up my ability to produce videos, and I'm still feeling a little bit discouraged about the partnership thing. It's been about a year since I lost my YouTube partnership. I feel like I've accepted it mostly because I'm still just doing what I love to do, and my channel is still growing, albeit slowly. But I guess if I were to think of my goal for this place, it's to keep speaking out. I've had a few experiences lately where people have tried to make me feel guilty for speaking out, for being honest, for calling out bad things when I see them, bad things with regard to like social issues. And whenever that and I've been made to actually feel guilty. So that told me in my mind, I was like, if I've been made to feel guilty, maybe that means I need to hold true to what I do and to keep speaking out as much as I possibly can, because that's what hateful people try to do. They are empowered by instances or situations where they are able to silence people and make them feel bad for what they're trying to do and say. So, like, as always, I have insecurities to work through, and that was one of my insecurities. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. A few of the video series that I started last year, I do plan on continuing. Confessions Over Coffee. Let's see, what was the other one? The Open Closet. I'm going to keep doing videos about that. I'm hoping to also involve myself in local LGBTQ stuff here. In fact, back in October, I was in contact with someone who coordinates a regional LGBT organization, and I might be doing some public speaking associated with that. So that's going to be really cool. I'm excited. Um, Being a teacher, I've gotten a lot more confident in public speaking, and I think doing YouTube has made me a lot more confident in it. So I feel like that's going to add on to what I do here. I do plan on working on my side channels a little bit more. My Donny Speaks poetry channel. If you've not checked that out, check that out. I've been doing some poetry readings lately, and I've been uploading my poems there, my performances. And last but not least, I do plan on doing some music. I saw that Ken just asked if I sing. I do. Um, and I play the piano and the saxophone. I really want to get into music again, and I keep telling myself that I'm going to, but I keep making every excuse in the universe not to, and I need to get my shit together and stop doing that. So yes. So let's see. What are you guys saying? Hello, Draco Vox. It's good to see you. Oh, Cindy, I'm glad that you mentioned the social justice warrior thing. Yeah, I do get a lot of hate sometimes with regard to the whole social justice warrior concept. See, the thing is, if I get criticized, if we get criticized, we can do two things. We can either react and get angry at those people, or react with the purpose of educating or the goal of educating. And I try to place my anger aside in order to get them to listen. And usually, almost 95% of the time, it has worked for me. There is always going to be people who are super duper set in their ways, and if they are, well, then it's like talking to a brick wall. I will put my information out there and then move on and do whatever. A lot of the time, people will come back to that information, though, and think about it, and that's what really makes me happy, because I love asking important questions that gets people to think about various social issues. So let's see. Oh, Ari is excited to see my review of Godzilla. I'm excited to see that. Um, so maybe, I was thinking I'm gonna probably see it in theaters like a million times, money permitting, of course. I was wondering maybe we could rendezvous, and it's been a while since I've seen you. Maybe we can go and see Godzilla together. That would be really cool. Oh no, Ken, I am definitely not a tenor. I am. Well, I mean, I guess the upper range for men would be tenor, but I have a very, very significant range musically. Um, let's see. I do prefer social justice educator. Yes. Well, because the thing is, the reason why people are hateful is because it's usually typically learned experience, and I've talked about that many, many times. I think it's important that people introspect and look at their stances on things and reassess them. I've done it before. Like, if I say something that's insensitive and somebody points it out to me, I might be like, "Oh shit!" Ugh. And if I do, I really want to learn from the mistake and correct it. I will give you an example. The second week of school, um, was referring to uh, philosophers or rhetoricians in a PowerPoint, and I put he or she, and I didn't realize that I probably would have been more appropriate to put them or they, encompassing all genders. And I had a student point that out to me, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize that. I will adjust that. So see, like, it can happen to anybody. Like, even if I'm confronted with something that I wasn't familiar with, I will correct it. Let's see. I adore you guys. You guys make me so happy. But with regard to the state of my YouTube, I plan on doing what I keep doing. I like one video that I was really surprised that got a lot of feedback and views lately was my video calling out Logan Paul that I did a few weeks ago. Um, I don't know if I will do more videos like that. I know people enjoy when I mean, call out people. But I'm not gonna like dredge up situations just to, create controversy. That's not my goal. If I do see something circulating though like that, I do plan on speaking out against it. And I my goal is to not just create awareness, but to also talk about how the YouTube community and YouTube itself disregards social well-being here. For the whole they disregard it because they're making money from some of these large YouTubers. Ari asks, who is Logan Paul? Logan Paul is he's a very famous YouTuber. He's kind of a comedian, prankster slash jokester. He gained a lot of infamy, I think it was a year ago. He was in Japan. He was filming in the Aokigahara forest, which is a suicide forest, and he filmed the body of a suicide victim and was joking about it. And then the rest of the video, and I think it was another video too, he basically spent his entire time in Japan making fun of Japanese religions, Japanese culture, and it was all in all a very disrespectful video. And I called him out on that. Recently, he did a video basically saying that he's going to go gay for the month of March, I think he said. Was it March? For the month of March, and I made a video calling him out, being like, well, this definitely undermines a lot of uh, social progress because it's going to solidify what people think with regard to the fact that people can change their sexual orientation. And that video got a lot of circulation that I made. It even got referenced in like some online magazines, and because I got a few of my friends are messaging me being like, Donny, oh my God, I just read this article and one of your tweets is referenced in it. I was kind of surprised that was even, of course they're like entertainment magazines, not like super reliable, but I thought it was kind of interesting. But I do seek to call stuff out like that because it's the right thing to do. Like, I know my voice isn't huge here. I know I don't have a huge influence, but I feel like I've proven over the past 9 years that sometimes people will watch your stuff when you least expect it. Um, and and if what I have to say makes some sort of positive change or helps somebody, then that makes me happy. That helps keep me feeling whole. So Cindy says, I have all of my social media primed to protest Autism Speaks in April. I do plan on doing a couple videos about Autism Speaks as well. I'm very passionate about being an advocate for autism acceptance, since seeing as many of my very close friends are autistic, and I feel like um, that is something that definitely needs a lot more awareness and acceptance. So yeah, for those of you who do not know, Autism Speaks is bad. Go check out my friend Cindy's channel, Stream of Awareness. Go check out Tiffany Gray's channel too. Tiffany, did you do any Autism Speaks themed videos? I can't remember off the top of my head. I remember you doing them in the past, but please share it in the comment section. That way people can go there. Ari's like, yeah, right, that guy. Yeah, yeah, that's him, all right. That's him, all right. Friendship again just commented saying, you kind of look like Daniel Radcliffe. Thank you. I actually consider that a compliment, seeing as in high school I was frequently called Harry Potter. So I guess there are worse things to be called, right? When I had really long dark hair, I was called Elijah Wood a couple times, and I was just like, oh, God, thank you. Especially since Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite trilogies. But beyond that, for YouTube, I do plan on continuing this kind of podcast-esque um, series, The Mundane Life of Gay. I really enjoy doing it. It gives me kind of a mode of talking about very informal things, and I think we seem to enjoy the informal conversation. Oh yes, I do remember that. Tiffany did a cover of "This Is Me" from The Greatest Showman, and it was against Autism Speaks. So go check that out for sure. Definitely. I'm really hoping at some point we can get a few YouTubers together, like Cindy, Tiffany, Ari. You can participate if you want to. Educating Shani, a few of us together and do kind of like this panel on bullying or a panel on overcoming depression or anxiety, certain things like that. I think it would just be wonderful to combine all of our voices in order to create a difference. So, educating Shani, if you're saying this at all, let me know if you're interested. Okay. As well as all the other individuals I mentioned as well. That would be awesome. Let's see. Okay, so moving onward from talking about the state of my YouTube channel, um, I am going to be rolling out probably here in a week a kind of group page connected to my Facebook fan page for my YouTube. If you go to YouTube, and if you haven't liked my fan page on there, please go do that. It's Donny Winter. It's a like page. Go like it, because I am going to be doing, I'm going to be putting together a kind of like a support network group where we can talk about mental health in a safe place. And I'm hoping that maybe we can really bring quite a few people in and help it grow, because I have found that a lot of mental health support groups um, provide a lot of solid, I don't know, solid support for people. Obviously, we're not like psychologists or professionals, but sometimes it's really nice to just know that somebody is listening, you know. Let's see. Oh, Ken, I'm so shy about singing right now. I don't think I'm gonna sing at the moment, but you can hear some of my singing if you go to my Donny Winter music channel. Um, because for singing, I have to like mentally prepare, and um, yeah, I just do. I'm very like I'm still overcoming a lot of insecurities with regard to my voice. So what else is new, right? Um, Ari would love to talk about mental health. That makes me so happy. I'm excited. Good. Ari, you are a very powerful voice with regard to talking about such things. So I hope you know that. You want Ari wants to talk about you want to talk about your book, but you're really nervous about it too. Does your book talk a lot about very personal things? Probably. If it does, I can definitely understand that it's very vulnerable opening up about such things. There's still a lot of things that I haven't opened up about that I'm still coming to terms with myself that I may or may not talk about in the future. I don't know. It really depends on the headspace I'm in, how I'm feeling at the moment. Um, it's interesting because insecurities and fears um, are almost fluid. They're almost a spectrum for me, and it shifts. Like sometimes I will feel really confident, sometimes I won't. At times I get mad at myself because I'll be like, Donnie, you've dealt with this issue a long time ago. Why is it bothering you still? But I remind myself that those insecurities and those traumatic experiences, those always are in here and in here. And I always have to remain diligent and thoughtful about how they place in my life now. Because there are things that I have to accept. There are things that I have to assimilate into the person that I am today. So that's doesn't always help me keep my perspective, but it usually does. Oh, okay. I can imagine, Ari, that there's probably a lot of difficult things to discuss with regard to that. If you ever need anyone to talk to, by the way, like if you need to chat about like implementation or ideas or even to just talk, I'm always here for you. Yeah. But it's very difficult being vulnerable. And it's not something that you should throw yourself into out of obligation. Like it's something that requires a lot of preparation. Like I have in the past, I've thrown myself into being vulnerable and I had never really anticipated the effect that it would have on me until afterward. And I realized at that point that in being vulnerable, I have to think of it as a step-by-step process. I have to I kind of think of it as wearing floaties in a pool and doggy paddling. Okay, I'm not going to throw myself off the deep end into the deep end of the pool. I do that. I take that dive off that diving board when I'm feeling confident about the topic that I'm discussing. That's a horrible analogy, but that's what I got for you. It's 9 p.m. here, so I'm like, Draco Vox says, I would love to talk about mental health as well, but I'm not sure how to go about it other than starting with my own. That's pretty much all you can do is begin with your own. I think that's a great idea, actually. That's how I formulate my discussions about mental health, for sure. I'm like dying of thirst, forgive me. I need to buy a new water bottle. It literally broke. Like a week after I bought it, I dropped it and broke it because I am really graceful like that. Okay, seriously? God's sakes. All right. I'm just gonna put that over there before I break it more. But yeah, that like I plan on starting this this group and I'm really excited. Cindy just asked if my boyfriend's keeping me up all night. Well, maybe. So we're kind of getting close to the end of my live stream. I normally just go 30 minutes, but I decided to go over a little bit because it's been a while and I miss talking to everyone. If you guys have any questions that you would like to ask, feel free. Between now and seeing those questions, I think I'm just going to talk a little bit about how excited I am for spring to come. So, I was just complaining about the winter weather. This is the time of year where I start getting a little bit stir crazy. I always develop this insane desire to garden. Like I really just want to go outside, play in the dirt, and just get my hands in the dirt and plant things and watch things grow. And I'm so excited about that. My friend Tiffany Cups, Tattoo Tiffany. I'm gonna call her Tattoo Tiffany on here so you know. So you'll know which Tiffany is which Tiffany because I have a lot of Tiffany's in my life. Every year she will always garden with me and I really enjoy and appreciate that. And I'm really excited. She bought me a kind of like this portable like mini greenhouse that can like go inside and I'm like just itching to use it. So Pained X Alpha X just said hi, how are you? I'm great, how are you? I don't see you. Are you new to my channel? I think I've seen your name before. It's good to see you and welcome. I'm glad that you're here. So RB asked a question of what it was like to meet Mike Shinoda. Okay. All right. So, for those of you who do not know, Mike Shinoda is one of the lead singers of Linkin Park. He also has his own projects. He is a very significant musician in my life, much like Lady Gaga, Evanescence, and a bunch of others are as well. I got to meet him back in November. Um, and it was very surreal. The meet and greet experience, like it was me, my roommates, and probably about 20 other people. We got to watch him create pieces of art on an artboard. He even drew me Godzilla, which was really awesome. I didn't manage to get it because he let all of the fans color the pictures, and well, somebody colored Godzilla yellow, and I got really, I was just like, Godzilla is not yellow. Like, let's be real now. But I didn't get to I didn't really get to interact with him much, and that's like I'm disappointed in that. But I know that obviously there were a lot of other people. I basically just said, "Hey, Mike, you're awesome. Thank you for doing this. I'm glad you're here." And that's really all I got to say. And he looked at me and he smiled and he said, "Thank you." And he has such a warm smile. He signed a like kind of like a sketchbook, and it was wonderful. The concert was amazing too. I got to be like right up next to the stage. Um, it was definitely kind of an out of body experience for me. I If we do meet him again, I'm hoping that I do get a chance to say more to him because there is literally a lot that I would like to say to Mike with regard to how much I appreciate him and his creativity and his abilities and his activism and him being very upfront about his healing experience after Chester's passing. Like that helped me heal in a way. So let's see. Pained X Alpha X says that you are new. I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have new subscribers as well. HJKDK, that's quite a name. I live in northern Michigan in a place called Ogama. Yeah. Tiffany, do you want to type out the name of your mental health channel so you can so other people can look for it? Because I think people would benefit from that. Man, I cannot articulate myself. Pained X Alpha X asks, may I ask a tip of advice? Yes, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. The channel, Tiffany's channel is Tiffany's Trials. Go check it out. I love it when you do videos like that, Tiffany. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. But yeah, um, meeting Mike was amazing. Honestly, out of all of the different people that I have met, celebrity-wise, I will say that my most wholesome experience was either meeting Evanescence or Mary Lambert. Mostly because I got to spend a lot of time with them. Like it was really amazing. Um, and I really think that like it does cost money. And believe it or not, there have been situations where I have purchased meet and greets when I probably shouldn't have because of the cost. But getting a chance to meet the people that you respect and love and admire is unbelievably important. And I think everybody should get a chance to do that. I know one of my goals is to meet Lady Gaga at some point. I Oh my God, like it just makes me want to cry thinking about meeting her. I hope I get to one day. It'll be so amazing. I just want to have a regular human to human conversation with her. I don't want to sit there and go like, oh my God, Gaga. No, I want to sit there and have a good conversation. Let's see. Pained X Alpha X's question was, my channel is based around singing and I'm trying to improve my voice and vocal range. Do you have any tips on how to do that? If you don't, that's okay too. Well, I'm not a professional singer. I don't have a lot of experience singing myself, unless you consider singing in the shower, singing experience, or singing in the car. But I've come to realize in my own experience that practice is important. I have sometimes watched tutorial videos on YouTube because there's a lot of vocal coaches that post videos that are very insightful. I would encourage you watching those. Going to my friends like Tiffany Gray and Stream of Awareness or Cindy, they're very, very experienced musicians. I think they would definitely be able to provide you some solid advice on growing as a singer. And if you can, leave a link to your channel, Pained X Alpha X. I will go check out your YouTube channel. Believe me, if you have a YouTube channel, I would be happy to go look at it, and to follow you because I'm very, very passionate about sharing that with other people, being able to enjoy their work, that mutual creative exchange. Let's see. You should be able to leave, I think you can leave a link right in the chat box. If not, you can just message it to me later or email it to me. My email should be listed on my YouTube channel. Actually, I could just click on your name. No, it won't let me click on your name. My goodness. All right, so other questions. I will definitely tell him that, RP, for sure. Cindy, did you send me that Josh Groban song? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to go check it out because I remember it-ish. But I know that Josh has struggled a lot with mental health and anxiety. So, um, so sorry, it just when I hear that another artist or somebody that I idolize shares in that experience, I feel it a little bit, you know. And I'm glad that they are opening up about such things, you know. Oh, Tiffany, thank you for telling me that. So that those little aha, I found it. The go to channel button. Thank you, Tiffany. All right, cool. I will definitely check out your channel. I'm excited. So I'm going to do probably about 5 more minutes, and then I'm probably going to head off for the evening. Does anybody have any lingering questions? Lingering questions. Oh my God, I'm just so excited about just the summer. I feel so much more creative in the summertime, you know. Oh my gosh, Dragovox, I am totally jealous. Um, One of your first concerts you've ever been to is Skillet. I love Skillet. Oh my God. I love old Skillet and I love new Skillet. There used to be one of my favorite bands. Definitely. Cindy, when can we get married? My Mothra tattoo. I'd show you guys right now. Ari just asked about my Mothra tattoo. I'd have to strip to do it, and I'm sure you guys do not want to see that. If you go, I don't know, Ari, do you have Instagram? If you go on my Instagram, you can see it. I think I posted a picture of it on Facebook. I can send a picture. Um, I can send a picture of it to you later if you would like. Oh, Paindex Alpha X said, when can I get a life? You have a life and it matters and you're awesome. My Instagram is, if you just type in Donny Winter, you should be able to find it. I think we do follow each other. Let me look. I have this memory of us following each other on Instagram. Let's see. Yep, Strange Nothings. I do follow you. Yes. Um, uh, I'm sorry that you're feeling that way, Pained X Alpha X. If there's any advice that I can give to somebody feeling like that, and I will quote what my dear friend Cindy used to tell me. Remind yourself of all the reasons you've kept holding on as long as you have. Because you are worthwhile. And maybe you have been drawn to this live stream tonight for a certain situation, maybe for a reason. If there's any parting thing that I can give you, if there's anything that I can tell you, it's that I appreciate your presence in this world, and I would love to go on appreciating that presence. I would love to have you come back to these live streams and to talk with us and to be here with us. So don't give up. Please don't give up. Arby, can there be a bi-duplicate of you so he can be my boyfriend? Well, if we're gonna talk ethically speaking, I don't know how I would feel about having a duplicate of myself. I feel like the world can barely deal with one of me. I don't think there could be more than one. You guys are so hilarious. I don't know. I really appreciate all of you. Well, wherever your brother is, Pained X Alpha X, I firmly do not believe that he would want you to do anything that would threaten your well-being. I firmly believe that. Drago Vox said, I'm still here because of Linkin Park. Oh, believe me, Linkin Park has saved my life many times too. Along with Gaga, along with Evanescence, all of those bands have saved my life. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine how difficult that must be. Well, know that sometimes family can extend beyond the biological. Sure, it's not always going to be blood family, but I've come to realize as I've grown older that some of the dearest people to me aren't blood relatives. They're friends that I've found and grown with over time. Definitely. And of course, Pained X Alpha X, if you ever need someone to talk to, don't hesitate to email me or reach out to me on social media. Because I think it's important to know that it's okay to reach out to people. I may not always have the answers. I may not always have the right things to say, but sometimes it's important to know that there are others who have struggled with similar thoughts before, who have survived. And I want all of us to keep on surviving. And I know that feeling of not wanting to do this anymore, I know that feeling is very, very difficult to shake. But give yourself time to allow that feeling to subside. I strongly believe that it will. I strongly believe, like Cindy just said, that he would want you to go on, that your brother would want you to keep going on. Oh, appreciate you guys providing all sorts of encouragement. Good. Grief is very difficult. Grief, as like I was saying earlier, is one of those things that we have to acknowledge so we can accept it as being part of us over time. Definitely. One second. So, one difficult thing, like being a person who has had suicidal thoughts before, it's very difficult to shake them. Sometimes it's important to know what your resources are and where you can go. 'Cause sometimes you have to be able to talk to somebody, um, even if it's just a voice on the phone. So in the chat box, Pained X Alpha X, I'm sharing the phone number to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. I actually have that phone number in my phone. I keep that in my phone. I keep the phone number to the Trevor Project Lifeline as well. Since they specialize in LGBT things, those numbers are important to have because there may be times where you have to talk to somebody and it has to be immediate. So I encourage you to use that resource because it's incredibly helpful. Yeah. Well, my friends, I'm going to probably wrap this up here in a second. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you for taking the time to watch and listen. Thank you for encouraging me as always and for being loyal. I appreciate all that you do. I appreciate you. Um, if anybody needs anything, I'm just a message away. Don't forget to check out my social media outlets. I strongly appreciate it. I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening.